Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to our YouTube live stream. Unedited, uncensored, and without any special effects. I may or may not look Italian to you, but no matter where you're from, almost everyone loves food, fashion, wine, cars, and the whole lifestyle package that Italy has to offer. Who doesn't? If I told you that you could become a resident of this EU country without becoming a full time tax resident and it had no residency requirements to stay in the country to maintain your status, would you include Italy in your top three list? If you want to travel or reside in Italy without any restrictions or have visa free travel access into the EU region, meaning the 27 other countries, then this program would be of interest to you. Italy is one of the hottest destinations right now in Europe for international investors who want to have access to this country. You may have heard about the investor visa, which allows you to obtain a residency in Italy in less than 2 to 3 months. But there's some hidden secrets and overlooked facts about this program, which we'll cover today. That no other company or webinar will explain these little details to you. They'll always try to pitch you the investment, but what about all those loopholes and options? We'll cover the four program options for Italy for the investors, no matter where you're applying from, and the steps, how long you should be holding the investment to maintain your status. We'll also cover the advantages and disadvantages compared to other EU countries who offer either golden visa or other investor residency options, such as Italy. Expect nothing else other than the exposed truth, just like the rest of our videos on our YouTube channel. And if you want to ask us a question directly or engage with our office, make sure you visit our website and fill out the contact form, because we may not be able to answer all of your questions or engage with you if you just post a comment on this video on YouTube. Quick introduction before we jump in real quick. My name is Reza, founder and CEO of Ingwe Immigration, your gateway to second and third and even fourth residencies and citizenships and beyond, no matter for which country. We're thrilled to offer our clients an expanding portfolio of over 20 countries and services that opens a world of possibilities for investors and serious professionals seeking residency and or citizenship solutions. At Ingwe, we've helped thousands of families since 2018 from over 55 different countries navigate the complex landscape of business and investment migration. We cover Europe, Central America, North Americas, the Caribbean islands, and even New Zealand. Yes, sir. Whether you're seeking a fast-track residency, looking to invest in real estate abroad, aiming to retire comfortably and enhance your quality of life, finding crypto-friendly tax countries, or perhaps even acquire direct citizenship without moving anywhere. Whether it's for yourself or for future generations, we do offer a diverse range of options. We provide more than just visa assistance. We're committed to supporting you from beginning to end, helping you navigate the government policies, cultural language barriers, support your portfolio diversification, or relocate for new opportunities for yourself, children, business, and whatnot. And sometimes you don't even need to relocate. Our commitment remains stronger than ever to our existing and future clients, providing personalized, customized, innovative immigration solutions. Our global partnerships and multilingual team, we speak over 10 languages to ensure that no matter where you're coming from or where you're planning to go, you'll have seamless support and our expertise. Okay, folks, let's jump into it. That was a quick introduction. Since 2017, Italy has opened its investor visa program, which gives residency options for international applicants who are non-EU residents interested to call Italy their second or even their first home. The program is simple, which many of you may know of or heard of. But today we'll uncover some of the details that are more difficult to uncover online, the steps, and a comparison to other EU countries. For the Italian investor visa program, you have 4 options. And you should know that by now if you've done your research before you watch this video, or maybe you haven't, but we'll cover it. You can pick any of the 4. In no way does it affect your processing time or the duration of your residency status based on which of the 4 investment options this program offers. Okay, so they're all equal in terms of the actual immigration process. The only difference between the four program options is the amount you invest in, the actual final amount that you end up investing, and the risk you're taking for that investment. For example, are you going to receive the money back? What's your ROI, and other factors that you may be making in your daily business transactions and other investments in your life, right? Like, you're investing in this. Is this a good investment? Here are the four options for the Italian investor residency program in no particular order. Option one, invest 2 million euros in Italian government bonds. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Option two, make a 1 million euro philanthropic donation to a public interest project in Italy. Okay. Option three, invest 500,000 euros in an existing private company in Italy. Okay, interesting. We'll circle back to that one in a bit. And option four, invest 250,000 euros in an existing innovative Italian startup venture. So that's the lowest amount. Then 500,000 euros. Then the donation of 1 million euros, or the investment in bonds at 2 million euros. Okay, keep in mind that the investment has to be in a single entity for options 3 and 4 that we covered in terms of the startup venture or the private company. It cannot be combined with multiple entities, and you can't do a combination of these investments and say, well, I invested 200,000 euros in bonds and then I'm going to invest this much in the company. No, it doesn't work that way. It's just one option. Whether you want to invest in an Italian government bonds and how secure or profitable that is, well, I'll leave you and your accountant to figure that out, but we'll cover some of the other options which are more popular today. The 500,000 investment in a private Italian company is very popular, as well as the Italian startup venture investment at 250,000 euros. And folks, yes, I'm not going to be promoting a startup venture to you today. Oh, please invest in this startup or invest in that startup. To me, you're going to lose your money no matter what anyways if you invest in a startup. So you're asking yourself, I don't have access to any reliable Italian companies or startups to invest in who are not in the public stock exchange. Here's the answers and a few solutions for you for this next part. Just some ideas. You have to think outside of the box to figure this one out. There are no regulations in Italy for the immigration program stating that you can't invest in a company involved in real estate. So technically, you can invest 500,000 euros in a private Italian company who would be involved in real estate development or renovations, and you could hold the real estate title under this company or legal entity. Unlike Portugal, which has banned real estate investment directly or indirectly completely, and Spain is going to be following suit very soon, the Italian program is very flexible, and there's no ban on, oh, you can't invest in a company that's investing in real estate, or you can't own real estate through an investment in a company. Food for thought. There are also options to invest in audited private investment companies who will actually invest your money in blue chip stocks in Italy in the public stock exchange, like publicly traded firms such as Ferrari, DeLonghi, Salvatore Ferragamo, Lamborghini. Whether that's a good investment or not, I'll leave that up to you and your overpriced accountant. Therefore, your investment in a private investment firm in Italy would be funneled through to the public stock exchange. Again, there's no regulations prohibiting this, and in no way will it affect the results or duration or processing time of your Italian investor visa program if you choose this option instead of, let's say, the other options, right? Yes, we do work with these private companies who can offer you both the real estate option and the publicly traded option, of course, within the legal framework of the Italian immigration regulations. Here's another tax advantage in case you plan to invest in an Italian startup venture. If that's, that tickles your fancy and that's your flavor of the day in investing in Italian startups, well, you can obtain a 30% tax credit of up to 75,000 euros upon making that investment. Minimum holding period is 3 years to avoid the tax credit clawback. Keep in mind, the holding period for the investment is 2 years for the Italian investor residency. But if you want to obtain the tax credit, you got to hold the investment 3 years. This is not hard money or cash back, but a tax credit. So let's say you want to offset some taxes in Italy that you owe or you may owe in the future. Keep in mind, you don't need to become a tax resident of Italy. But if you do, for whatever reason, you've gained, you made some money in Italy and you need to pay taxes, well, the investment in the startup venture can give you up to 75,000 euros in tax credits. Okay, good to know. Maybe not your cup of tea. And don't forget, you don't need to become a tax resident again of Italy by applying for this program or residing in Italy. The option of becoming a tax resident of Italy is completely up to the investor. And they also have a flat tax regime of 200,000 euros per year on your global income, no matter how much you earn, in case you do choose the flat tax regime. Always good for hedge fund managers, investment managers, tech founders planning to exit their company, or other high income or payout professionals. No matter which investment option you select, the path to start and process your application is all the same. And again, you do not need to spend time in Italy to renew your temporary residency, which is up to 5 years. You can convert it to permanent residency, but that's a little bit different. You may need to spend more time at that. But if you just want a temporary residency, it doesn't matter if you spend 1 day there or 12 months there. You have full flexibility. Who's eligible for this program? Well, anyone over the age of 18 who's got the money, okay? And there's no education, no language requirement, no work experience. You just need a criminal clearance report, proof of funds, and that's it. And we'll cover some of the other document requirements. A high-level overview of the program and procedural steps is basically this. You apply for the nulla osta. Okay, excuse my Italian pronunciation, but that just means security clearance. Before you apply to the investor committee in Italy. So you're in your home country, you can apply for this security clearance in Italy before you apply for the residency or even arrive. So that's the first step. Filing the visa application at the Italian consulate if you require a visa to Italy. If you're visa exempt from US, Canada, or any other countries, that you could just fly in. When you enter Italy, then you make an application for a residence permit, right? Then you have 3 months to execute the investment. So this is a pretty good deal, right? Because you apply and then they'll give you 90 days saying, okay, now make an eligible investment in an Italian company, bond, philanthropic donation, or startup venture. Within that timeline, you make the investment and then you do your biometrics in Italy, and then you get your first 2-year residency permit, which is a temporary residency, but it allows you to stay as long as you want, and it's renewable for another 3 years after that. So a total 5. And then you could even convert it to a permanent residency, which would give you 5-year permanent residency after the initial 5-year temporary residency. And of course, if you want citizenship, in 10 years, you could become eligible if you meet the language and cultural requirements. Well, how do you apply for the security clearance, the nulla osta? It's pretty simple. You have to submit your police clearance certificate from your home country or country of residence, your passport, your resume, bank proof of funds, so it means the investment amount, and then the committee in Italy has 30 days to ask for more documents or clarification or issue you the security clearance. With that, then you also apply for an Italian digital signature. So that's what you need to apply for all these government departments. It's just a digital signature. It's free. You do it online. It's pretty straightforward. Then you'll go to your consulate, the Italian consulate in your home country. That's only if you're not from US, America, or a non-visa exempt country. If you do need a visa, you go fill out the forms. You put in all your Italian details. You need health insurance and whatnot. And if you want to include your family, you need to make sure that you can show 9,000 euros a year as your own minimum income and 3,000 euros additional income for each family member that you're including. Include birth certificates, marriage licenses, and all that. Everything should be translated and apostilled to Italian. Keep that in mind. Do not submit English documents. You need health insurance. And of course, children under the age of 18 can be included. And if you have children, adult children who are 21, 23, 27, even 30, well, make sure they're single and 100% financially dependent on you. Then you can prove that, yeah, they can be included. There is actually no age limit if your children are single and fully financially dependent on you. And of course, I'm pretty sure there are people out there who have adult children who are completely dependent on them. What is the validity of the investor visa and the residence permit? It's 2 years, renewable up to 3 years, and you don't need another 3 years, so total 5. You don't need to spend any time in this. But if you do want to process into a permanent residency, then you cannot be absent more than 6 months at a time, meaning you probably have to visit twice a year. But that's only after the 5 years if you plan to actually apply for permanent residency. What in terms of renewing your temporary residency in Italy, you just need to make sure you retain the investment for 2 years. So folks, this is a key point. If you've been watching Netflix on the side or eating a donut or making yourself a bad flavored coffee with your cheap coffee machine at home, or maybe an expensive one, this is where you need to pay attention. 2 years. So whatever investment you make, the government bond, the donation is gone, the startup venture or the private company, in 2 years, you don't need to hold that investment anymore. So when you're negotiating with your investment into that project or entity, make sure you have an exit strategy, because after 2 years, you actually don't need that to hold that investment anymore to maintain your residence in Italy. So that's beautiful, because most other golden visa programs in Europe, you do need to hold that investment. You file your residency application and you have a local address in Italy, then you get a renewal. So when you apply for the renewal, you hold the residency. As soon as you get the renewal for another 3 years, you do not need to hold that investment. I hope I was clear here. And of course, folks, it does convert to permanent residency after the first 5 years if you were not absent for more than 6 months continuously. And of course, you do need to show minimum income in case you want to apply for permanent residency later on, an address, and of course, there's no need to have an investment and you were not absent. In order to obtain this residency and the visa, the whole thing, it'll take approximately maximum 3 months. If you're from a visa exempt country, you could just apply for your security clearance from overseas in your home country. You apply to Italy, you get it in less than a month, and then you come in and then you make the investment and you do your biometrics and you apply. So literally, if you're visa exempt, you can do it in less than 2 months. Let's just say 2 months for the sake of saying, hey, it's Mediterranean country. You're not going to get fast processing, but this is the fastest EU residency out there. I don't care if you're comparing it to Malta, Portugal, Spain, Greece, Cyprus. This is the fastest. End. That's it. Point. Okay? There's no other buts. There's no exception. This is the fastest residency investor program you can obtain for Europe. Okay? We've included a quick table on for this article that we're posting on our website after, and we've compared Italy, Portugal, Spain, and Greece. So the processing times for Italy is max 3 months. Portugal, it's 2 years. There's a backlog. Spain takes 8 to 10 months, and Greece takes about 6 months. The investment amounts in Italy start at 250,000 and can go up to 2 million. Portugal's a minimum 500,000 euros plus, Spain as well, and Greece officially is 400,000 euros to 800, but everyone knows there's a loophole to do a 250,000 euro investment as well. The options to invest, well, in Italy you have 4 options, Portugal you have 4, Spain you have 4, and Greece it's just the real estate. Lock-in period is only 2 years in Italy. Portugal, it's 5 years or until you're holding the residency in case you're renewing it after the 5 years without citizenship. And same with Spain, until you need the residency, you have to hold the investment. Same with Greece. Do all of these give you access to EU visa free in case you're not from a visa free exempt country? Of course, they all do. Renewals required, well, twice, and then with the Greece program, it's once every 5 years. Timeline to citizenship, Italy, it's 10 years, Portugal, 5, Spain is 10, Greece is 7. And flat tax regime options, yes, Italy has the 200,000 euro flat tax if you choose to do that. And Portugal doesn't have a flat fee, but they do have specific percentages on global income based on the industry and where you're located in Portugal. We call it the NHR 2.0, which is being rolled out now. And you can watch our other YouTube video. We talked about that. Spain, you have the Beckham rule for 6 years, and Greece even has a high net worth flat tax on global income at approximately 7%. So that gives you a high level overview of what these programs are and how they compare to each other. But in terms of processing time, Italy is number one in terms of speed. It may sound a little bit weird because you wouldn't expect that from Italy, right? Everyone's kind of chilled, relaxed, but yes, they do have the simplest program. Hopefully, this has given you a high-level overview of the options to apply for the Italian investor visa, the timeline, steps, and possible investment routes. Keep in mind that it is a temporary residency for 5 years with an option to convert for another 5 years to permanent residency. Message us if you have questions and require assistance to apply for the Italian investor residency program through true and tested investment options, paperwork, and renewal support. If you like immigration hacks, creative immigration solutions, or key analysis and the exposed truth about immigration policies and updates, then you can click on the subscribe button for our YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in, folks. Again, we're here to help you, your business, your family, yourself for your second, third, or fourth residency or citizenship, no matter where. We're dedicated in customizing solutions for our investor clients. We offer a variety of programs of 20 or more programs in our portfolio. We're all about transparency, choice, and security. And with our comprehensive insurance and client trust accounts with our North American institutions, we protect your interests. Plus, our team speaks over 10 languages, and we've helped people from over 55 different countries. Ready to take the next step? Either connect with us by filling out the form on our website. You can also book a one-on-one consultation or just reach out to us in case you have questions. We're always happy to help, and we're here to support our clients. Whether you're from North America, you're from Middle East, Africa, Far East, whether English is your primary language or not, it does not matter. We're here to help, and we specialize in global residency. I hope you've enjoyed this YouTube live session. We will be back next Thursday. And remember, folks, apply with a plan. Don't just apply for the sake of applying, and make sure you do your homework. And if you don't have time to do your homework, well, we've done it for you. Okay, see you next Thursday, and that's when we'll do another topic, and it's going to be an exciting one. And keep tuned on our YouTube channel because we always release all the different topics on global mobility if you're looking for that residency, citizenship, or combination of. Okay, thanks, folks. Take care. We'll see you soon. Have a good one, and Happy New Year in advance. Take care. Bye-bye.